In this one, we're going to try to win a match with absolutely no fielding. I'm going to set fielding to manual and I'm not going to field anything or catch anything either. Let's see if we can win it this way. We are going to be bowling first, which is actually pretty great. This is a T10 match because I don't think I can continue this madness for 20 overs. They might very well put 200 runs on the board. Let's see, first ball. That's been punched in the gap. Well, even if I could field, I don't think anyone's stopping that. A square drive and it just went racing. Goes for a cut. That ball was very slow. Goes under the bat. That's a little straight. It's been flicked away and there we go. No fielding on display. Didn't even try to stop that. If they hit it to anyone, it will be 4. The only useful fielder we have is the keeper, but you don't need any fielders when you bowl like that. Full straight clean bowl. No one else required. That came in sharp as well. That's been tucked away off the hips. And I think even this will go away for 4. I don't know what I'm going to do if the ball just stops in the middle of the ground. That's been punched. Of course, this is not going to go for 4. I think I'm just going to pick the ball up and then go outside the rope. But I could also just pick the ball up and throw it away. They've already probably run 4 and they're going to continue running. I think I just have to do something. I'm just going to run outside the ropes and make all this running useless. They've run about 10 runs already. Pick the ball up. How do I pick the ball up? There we go. Finally, now run outside the ropes. Nope, wrong way. And he throws it automatically. No, that's not what I wanted. That's been hit down the ground. No timing on it, but it will roll almost between mid-on's legs and will cross the boundary. Thank God. I don't want the ball to stop in the middle of the ground. Shot that's been punched and the fielder fields automatically. Why is he doing that? Yeah, will never do what you want. That's a little tap down the ground and it'll go for 4. I was half expecting the ball to hit his shoes and stop automatically, but it'll be another boundary. Run rate at 15 now. Goes between his legs and almost carries away for 6, but it'll be 4. We're bowling at some serious pace. That's been flicked. Does it have enough to roll away? It might stop at the last possible second. No, it won't. Is a lofted shot. He's got nothing on it. This time I think I will have to pick up the ball and go outside the ropes. And give them, 3 extra runs for no reason. And he just tried to throw the ball away. Thankfully, he's outside the rope. That's come back in and has gotten the top of leg stump. That has turned. I think the only real dismissals I can get is either bowled or LBWs or the keeper taking something. That's been swept. It was in the air. Nobody moved like I want. Again, an expensive over, but 2 dot balls. Tries to go big. Now again, why can't they time the ball well? Either play and miss or hit it away for 4. This is just annoying. Nope, I'm not throwing. Not today. See, why am I always running to the opposite direction? No, again he throws on his own. Edged, gone. Why did I keep a slip fielder against spin? I'm gonna set him back to 3rd man, but he takes an absolute screamer in a match where we are hell-bent on not fielding anything. That's been punched. Very well timed. This was actually a pretty decent over, just 12 runs when you have no help from anyone in your team. That's actually pretty good. 6 overs, 84. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but they still have enough time to make it worse. I can't bowl bad deliveries like this though in this challenge. Gotta be on the mark over and over again and hopefully get them clean bowled. That was a half tracker and a wide on top of that. He manages to get some bat on it and well, pick the ball up first and now we can go outside the rope. And again, no throws. Where is he throwing? So an assist from third man to square leg and then he runs outside the rope. I wanted to throw the ball outside the rope. Pulled away. And it will be 4. Wouldn't have been stopped either way. That is an amazing Yorker. But let's appeal. Yeah, that is actually a pretty smart way to make the game just stop. Another Yorker, this time gets the off stump, knocked over on the ground, full straight and fast, goes under the pad. And another very satisfying wicket. We just dealt in clean bowls. Where was that ball going? Well, at least he's stopped 4 runs there. Swing and a miss. Now they might just keep running if I don't do something. Well, they're not going to run and the game just stops. It'll just be 1. Swing and a miss. Tries to go big. A dot ball in the final over. That's been whacked away and it is in the gap. Well, this over just keeps getting worse. That is an amazing ball. Another really good Yorker there. Ducks it down to fine leg and lets that ball go through. That's been punched. The final ball of the innings will be a pain because this won't go for 4. Now, yet again, you have to pick the ball up and go outside the rope. They'll end up with only 155 runs, no matter how many runs they run now. Because why are these fielders always throwing on their own? Now overthrows. This is just an amazing and I can't even pick the ball up now. What am I supposed to do? They have run like 15 runs already. They have run 7 runs on the final ball of the innings. 159 is the target. Not as bad as I expected. I thought they would sail past 200 easily. But we've restricted them somewhat. And they're going to start with spin. That is not good news for us. I'm just going to try to tap the ball down. A couple of balls. Get some singles. And then maybe we can explode. That's hit with the turn. And it will probably carry away for 6. The difficulty is the same. But I have just a little bit more shot force. So we will be rewarded for our shots. Flights the ball up again, too much room, and with this field it is a free hit almost. This is a wonderful start so far. That has gone off the toe. Accidental stumping attempt. Yorker, low full toss, I think, couldn't get under that, and we've given catching practice to extra cover. Shot, pull that right back onto my own head. That would have been a run out for sure, so good call there. Again, why am I smacking the ball right back onto my own body? It'll just be 1. That's been hit over mid-on. A really good hit. 1 bounce for the love 6. We need boundaries of every other ball at least. This is a good smack. This is probably carrying away for 6. Just a little bit of room. No, that's not 6 either. And hit as straight as possible. Goes with the angle to long off. Another full toss. This is going even further. And finally a 6. Brilliant over. That's what we need. Hit away. And no, not enough on that. That just ballooned up. And even with so many amazing shots that over, you only scored 15 runs. That has gone off the toe between the keeper's legs. Doesn't have enough on it to go for 4, I think. Well, now Australia are going to do our challenge and not feel the ball. Look at the AI. Knows what's happening and is not going to feel it. I think I might have to quit the game and come back. Shot that's been pulled away. It is probably in the gap. There are only 3 fielders outside the ring for the entire innings, so we can just keep doing this. 104 still needed, but I mean now it is looking somewhat possible thanks to the express start we've gotten. And top edge, this will help as well, and we have 8 wickets left. It's actually looking pretty good. Walked across. Even this ball ballooned up a little. Not the greatest timing on that, but it will run away. 4, 6, and now another boundary. Pulled. Almost carries to square leg. Where's the other batsman? He's not even in the screen. It is a no ball, a free hit. This over just keeps getting better. We've already scored a ton of runs. Shot, and I get a little too eager and is early on that. 6 overs, just under 100 runs needed, and he gives me a nice juicy full toss. Please carry away for 6. No, how many times has the ball just fallen short of the boundary rope? Now they just have 1 fielder outside the ring for some reason. They're going with a very attacking field. The AI smart as ever, and another full toss. This is just awful bowling. No timing on that, and they have that extra cover fielder at the absolute right position. And this amazing partnership that's growing has to end, but we're still looking pretty good. 7 wickets left. Off cut right thing, and I might have hit it straight. No, puts in the dive, but it still does not carry. But it'll give us enough time to come back for 2. That was a proper leg spinner, bowled at 128 Ks. Why didn't they even appeal? Probably pitching outside the line of the leg stump. No, that's a knee-high full toss, and I completely mangle it. Too fast, too full. We got Australia quite a few times with that ball. Just bowl full and as fast as possible. It gets the job done against us now. That might be the greatest gift you can ever give a batsman. Nice full toss, knee-high full toss on the pass. Flicked again. Too many full tosses. I think the AI is trying to pull Yorkers. That was actually a pretty good ball. That was probably out, but also it will be yet another no ball. No timing, nothing on that. In fact, it'll probably just be 1 no miss field either. Pulled. This has gone up a little too much, and it'll just go past that fielder who should have stopped that at least 4 or 5 times. And he just lets that one go through. Now there's somewhat slower delivery again. I'm early outside edge, but doesn't go to anyone's hands. Short ball, top edge, too much pace. Only 130, but it's still gone a long way over the keeper's head. 55 of just 19. That's what we needed though. No, nothing on that. Probably another slow ball. Couldn't get under it either. Might actually pull this chase off. That's a good hit. Why do they have only 1 fielder outside the ring? And everyone's almost close into the bat. Like it's a test match. Pulled again. But this time the ball just doesn't go anywhere. I think I just played a little too many lofted shots. Had nothing behind it. Even though I timed it somewhat well. Full straight, and I have gone straight as well. But it'll just be 4 or 6 would have been tasty there. Look at that. How do you edge that? Another knee-high full toss. He gets the leading edge and goes straight for 4. How does that happen? Ball's on the wide line. Probably would have been wide, but I think a boundary is slightly better there. And it's a no ball. Full toss again. This is sailing away for 6. Flat hit, but hit a little too well. I think now, and it's another no ball. Well, if you lose the match from here, it's just our fault. They bowled 12 overs in a 10 over match. We gave some catching practice on the free hit. Almost a run out. Got out almost. On the only way you can get out on a free hit. Slows things up. How slow was that? And a lot of turn as well. We just need 17. I mean, half the time we can't even chase 160 in a T20. But here we are. 8 overs, 142. We still got to get the job done. I think 1 or 2 hits and we'll be home. Outside edge. This has been an amazing over so far. Just 3 runs in 3 deliveries. And again I missed the ball. What is going on? This was just an annoying over. Only 3 runs of it. We need 14 of the final over. Why is Labuschagne a medium pacer? Well, I think it is better than him bowling leg spin. We need 14. We need a 6 very early on. Flicked away. Fine. I think this should be 4. Yes, it is. Now 10 needed. And I think we should get it done easily now. Now for once they have 3 fielders outside the ring. AI finally gets to its senses. Bowls a short ball. 110 Ks. How did that get up that much? And I miss it. Which is the funniest part. 10 needed a 4. We need a boundary desperately on this ball. Full. How did I miss that? He's bowling so slow. Only 104 Ks. And I miss a pretty full and straight delivery. Well, still need 10 2-dot balls in a row. And he bowls a wide. That's pretty great. This should be wide. That should be wide. There's no way I could have got any connection on that. But it will be a dot ball. And if this doesn't go for 4, we are done. It will be wide. Wides and no balls and free hits are the only reason we've gotten this far. Hopefully they bowl another couple of those. And we should be fine. Swing and a miss. No. We need 8 of 1 ball. And we've lost this match in the last 2 overs. Another swing and a miss. That was an embarrassing end there. We should have won that easily. We needed only like 17 runs in the last 2 overs. But even so, we've somehow managed to lose this. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a match filled with a lot of runs. Click the video on screen to see a low scoring thriller. For now, like, comment and subscribe for more Cricket 24 videos and updates. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.